Kelly Shook is going to shake them up. I can see it now. She is wonderful. She's going to be making her professional Florida debut as director and choreographer of Swing at the Wick Theater in Boca Raton. The Wick Theater, if you've not been there before, it is just amazing. It is so powerful. It's just the place you want to go. And so we're going to talk a little bit to Kelly. So welcome to our show, Kelly.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you for that kind welcome.
Yeah, well, we're excited. So this is, I can imagine with Swing, we're going to have a lot of music and a lot of dance. Tell us about it.
A lot of music and a lot of dance. Swing is a wonderful 2-hour show, nonstop, from start to finish. We shoot out of the cannon with It Don't Mean a Thing If It Ain't Got That Swing. And we have 2 solid hours of nonstop singing and dancing with a live 8-piece orchestra on the Wick stage. So it is a big event here, opening our 2nd season here at the Wick Theater.
And I want everyone to get this on your calendar. Go now as soon as you can, starting, well, pretty much Saturday, and it runs on through November the 16th. There's
Correct.
Something about live theater, especially at the Wick, because every detail has been carefully diagnosed and performed. It is really making waves here in South Florida. So
yes, like I just mentioned, it's our 2nd season here, but Marilyn Wick and her daughter Kimberly Wick, who manage and run the theater here, they have started a wonderful business, and with the help of many others, of course, who are putting it all together, and they have left no stone unturned and no detail unfinished. And it's a beautiful place to visit. It's a beautiful place to come and take the museum costume tour, and to have lunch or dinner and go to the theater. It's a full-service event here at the Wick Theater. It
is, and I would just want to give the website and the phone number for people to get their tickets. You know, don't wait, because then you either get left out, or there's only 1 or 2 seats left. So let me give you that. It's called, It's easy, thewick.org, thewick.org, or the phone number is 561-654-8151. It's 654-8151. Countess de Hornley, whom you all know from Boca Raton, I sat next to her the first show that they did last year, and she was a little bit, wondering, wow, I've been to the theater before, what now? Well, her eyes bugged out. She was thrilled. At the end of the show, she said, I'm in. And she did donate money. Well, she's a very good person to follow. If she likes it, it's great, and we all love it. But I wanted to ask you, though, something that when you're talking about 14 singers and dancers?
Correct.
And they're going to have all the costumes that Marilyn Wick has, right?
Exactly. I mean, that's the fun thing about this show, because it is a song and dance review of sorts. Every number has a different costume, has a different theme, has a different focus. It's different time periods. Some of the numbers are strictly in the 1940s. Sometimes we're in the 1930s. Sometimes there's some contemporary spins on some of the classic tunes that we know. When this song was originally on Broadway, it's full of Duke Ellington and Count Basie and Jerry Mercer, but then there's also Johnny Mercer. I just said Jerry. I'm sorry. So when it came out of my mouth, I was like, "Oh, do I correct that? I'm on air. I'm going to correct it."
It's
Johnny
okay.
Mercer.
We're very casual here.
Well, as soon as I said it, I was like, "That was wrong." Anyway, but then there's also songs that were written and arranged for the Broadway production in 2000. So Ann Hampton Calloway, who actually performed here at the Wick last season, she actually was the original lead singer of the show and helped arrange some of the arrangements of the music for herself and for the other singers. So it's got a real contemporary spin on some of the classics as well. So you'll be surprised when you come to see this show. You'll see some numbers done the way you remember them from years past, and then you'll see some with a new twist. And we have a lot of surprises up our sleeve here at the Wick.
Yes.
I promise a fun night out.
It is, and I think it's the intimacy of the theater that's gotten everybody. I mean, a lot of times you see a wonderful show, you walk out, there's nothing, and you just leave and get in your car. But not here. Usually
not here. Exactly.
It just goes on and on. The performers are out there in the lobby.
Exactly, and we're going to have a DJ playing some swing tunes after the show on our evening performances. We have a dance floor set up in the lobby, so everything you had fun watching for the couple hours during the show, you get to come out and do yourself after in the lobby. So it's plan for a fun night out. Bring your dancing shoes.
Right, and please make sure you get into the gift shop, because I have the most beautiful wreath that I bought from the gift shop. I do buy my gifts there because they're all unique and they're also, well, you're supporting the theater too, and they have great gelato. I do love the WIC, and I agree with you. Marilyn and Kimberly are so special and so dedicated to what they are doing. I just, they really have me. I have to say, I love it. And Kelly, I look forward to meeting you, but I just wanted to ask you something. So are you a dancer or singer? Is that how you came into this kind of profession?
Yeah, I've always done both my whole life. I've been working in musical theater since I was a child, so I grew up in New York, and I actually had the privilege of being in White Christmas here at the WIC last season. I played Betty Haynes in that production, and so that's how I first got to know Marilyn and Kimberly and get to be a part of the WIC family here. And then I gave them my portfolio as a director and choreographer and talked to them over the off season, and that's how I ended up on the other side of the table for this production, which is something that is I'm very excited about. I've actually done 2 other productions of this show regionally across the U.S., and we're I'm using some things I've learned along the way from various different productions and some things that are created new and special here for the WIC. And, of course, with the costume selection that we have to create from here, with Costume World at our fingertips, we've got a lot of beautiful things on stage.
Yep. To know them, to know Marilyn and Kimberly is to love them. They're great. But you're right. The costumes have made the difference in all the shows. We sit there, and even though the show is great, even if it weren't, just looking at the costumes, you sit there with your mouth open. You say, where are they getting all these? Mm-hmm. And you're right. People should go there. They should have lunch. They should go and have the costume tour. But we do want to make this theater really soar, SOAR, and make sure that people support it. That's what live theaters need this. But the WIC is an experience that you'll walk out with a smile on your face. And that's...
It is.
Yeah,
and the house size is intimate. There's about 350 seats, so no seat is too far from the stage. You really feel like you can see the performers. You don't need to bring your binoculars here, And like you said, then after the show, you can meet the cast in the lobby, and there's a dance party, and everyone will be having a good time and having some drinks and some coffee after the show. So it's a night out that's different than some other places where you, like you said, you go to the theater, you get in your car and leave. This is a different kind of experience that they're presenting here, and it's a fun one.
Well, I think it's because Marilyn is fun. I think she sees this as an extension of her personality and something that she's worked so hard for. I have admired her since I got to meet her, I guess about last year. But I do want to give everyone the information again. Get your pencils out. Remember, this is Pencil Talk Radio. And, of course, we are the Boomer Times and Senior Life magazine. But the way you want to get in touch with them is to go to the website, which is thewic.org, thewic.org. And here's a phone number. It's 561-995-2333. That's 995-2333. October the 23rd to November the 16th. Come jump and jive with them. Mm-hmm. And, of course, my guest is Kelly Shook. And that's an unusual name, Kelly Shook, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, actually. But it's just as simple as it sounds. SHOOK.
That's right. And so
it works for me.
From the word shook to shake, it works really good.
Well, exactly. I think I was destined to be a dancer, right?
That's true. Are you going to have people in there who are just local, or are you bringing other people in? How are you working?
Actually, no. About 4 or 5 of our cast members are local from South Florida here, and then 9 or so are brought down from New York City or Chicago. And when I tell you we have talent on this stage, oh my goodness, do we have talent on this stage. Some of our cast members are in between their Broadway shows right now. One of the fellows just closed After Midnight on Broadway and is going back to do On the 20th Century this winter with Kristen Chenoweth. So these are kids who have fit in this job in between, their big Broadway contracts. So the audience is in for a treat here.
I can't wait. I'm salivating because that's what I planned on my Saturday night. I do have one question. With all those changes, how many dressers do you have in the back to do this?
You know what? We have one on either side of the stage.
What?
And that's it. Right now we're in the middle of our technical rehearsals. Yesterday and today we've had full days of of light cues and sound check with the band and quick change rehearsals. And it actually went very smoothly yesterday, so I'm very pleased, knock on wood. But yeah, it's all very choreographed. You know, they know right where they come out from the wings. You step out of your shoes, you unzip the dress, you slip on the new dress, you put on the new shoe, you change your hair, and you go back out. You know, it's all down to a science. We don't leave it up to chance, but it's a well-oiled machine that we have going here.
I was going to say, it must be highly organized, is just what you said, because all the clothing has to be exactly where they're supposed to be, so everybody can jump in and jump out. And
exactly. And with this kind of show with 14 people, and gosh, I don't even know the song count for you, how many songs are in this show, you know, over 25 at least of different, you know, classic tunes. And then because there's 14 people, they have to go off while the other people are on doing the next song. You're changing and you're coming back to do the next one. You know, no one has time to go to their dressing room and take a break during this show.
Right, don't sneeze. That's right.
We keep busy.
just keep going. Well, of course, we wish you so much luck, and we know that it's going to be successful. Everything the WIC has done, as a matter of fact, has been that, you know, when they first came there, it was like, oh no, another theater, what's going to happen? Mm-hmm. But the minute that Marilyn started this, and of course with her help of her daughters, actually Kimberly's so involved, you could see it. It's just they have the star quality in the whole being.
It's true, and it's not for lack of hard work, though, because those women are in this building the longest hours of anyone, organizing the kitchen staff, and then, you know, making sure the house is cleaned and being there for rehearsals and sewing costumes. You know, they're not above getting their elbows dirty and digging in and working. So it's, you know, we all pitch in, and we've put a lot together in a few weeks here, and I'm very excited for our opening this weekend.
So, what do you do after the show is over? Do you just find another place to do this, or you just take a vacation?
Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? I actually live in Miami, and I teach at the New World School of the Arts.
Huh.
So I have my class to return to. I've been away for a few weeks while I've been here doing this, and then I'll be actually choreographing production with the high school kids down there this winter. So yeah, we keep busy. We find the next job to go to. And a lot of the cast that is in this show, some of them are staying and are going to be in the cast of MAME as well, which is our next show here. And some of them go back to, you know, other jobs elsewhere. So, and there'll be new people coming in as well. And I'm sure you've probably heard Leslie Uggams coming to headline MAME, which is happening in December here at the WIC.
Yeah, I wondered how she was able to pull that off.
Yeah, you know, Marilyn Wick, she's a crafty lady.
Oh, she is great. And the other thing is, please be sure to go to the costume. I guess they have an hour. They do a whole costume show, and so we'll talk about that another time. But Kelly, thank you. It was wonderful. I look forward to seeing you Saturday night.
Thank you. Yes, and for everyone who loves some good music, don't sit under the apple tree. And it don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. And Blues in the Night, you know, you're going to love this show.
Thank you so much,
Hope to
Kelly.
see you here.
All right, I will. Bye.
All right, bye-bye.